Hello friends, welcome to iExamB. I'm Satakshi, your English faculty at iExamB, and in this video we will see some of the questions that came in the previous year paper of IBPS PO Mains 2021. So here first I'll discuss some of the topics from which the questions came, and then I will share some of the questions, and also you can find the entire memory based paper in the description box and also on our iExamB website, right? So firstly, the topics that came, the first topic was reading comprehension. This is very common. This comes every year. So be prepared to get it this year as well. Right. Next, the questions were based on match the column. Now this also we see a lot of times. So many questions come from match the column also, right? So be prepared for this. This can be asked either 2 column or 3 column based, right? So now error detection was of new pattern. This was of redundant word. That is, one sentence was given and 4 words were highlighted, and one of those 4 words was not required, all right? It was redundant. So you had to spot that which of the words is redundant, all right? So word swapping, this also is coming every year now. So you have to be prepared, and that this question can come, word swapping. Also word swapping was merged with connectors, all right? So you have to be prepared to get the combination questions as well, right? So like last year, word swapping and connectors were mixed. This year also you can expect some of it to be some of like maybe 2 patterns to be combined to form one question, right? So now sentence improvement was of different pattern. It was based on a paragraph. So generally we see that in sentence improvement, a sentence is given and a part is highlighted which needs to be improved, right? But here an entire paragraph was given and certain parts like closed passages were highlighted, and you had to identify that whether the highlighted part is correct or not, and if not, then you had to choose the correct option, right? Similarly, we had statement inference. Now this was a surprise, and inference was given in the question, and you had to identify that which of the statement gives us this inference which is given in the question, right? And lastly, we had word replacement, again based on paragraph, where just like sentence improvement only, a passage was given where several words were highlighted, and you had to see if that word is correctly used or not, and if not, then which other word from the options needed to be picked, right? So these were the type of questions that were asked last year. So let's have a look at the questions now. So the first type is match the column. So here again you can see 2 columns here, but you may expect questions based on 3 columns as well. So now here the trick to solve such questions is that you should always refer to the options first and then do the matching, right? So let's see this. AF, the bone of contention between the 2 countries, and there have been agitations for stringent enforcement of the law. So AF clearly is making no sense, right? So A cannot be the answer. Now moving on to B, it says AE and CF, right? AE says the bone of contention between the 2 countries have been the use of bottom trawlers by. So the moment we read this, it says here have been, right? So have been is incorrect. It should be has been if the bone of contention is the subject, right? So AE is grammatically incorrect. It cannot be the answer, right? So moving on to C, it says BF. Now BF says this practice has been banned in Sri Lanka. Take into account D. This is BD. So BD cannot be. Let's see BF. It says this practice has been banned in Sri Lanka, and there have been agitations for stringent enforcement of the law, right? So yes, this is making sense. Okay, so B and F is correct here. And now we will straight away move on to the next question. We need not check other options, right? Our next pattern is our new pattern that came, that is redundant words, right? Error detection of redundant words. So now here when we read this sentence, it says he deliberated thoughtfully long and hard, consulting his assistant to heighten the drama, right? So now The moment we read this, we know that deliberated thoughtfully. Now thoughtfully is redundant here because deliberated means that he gave a lot of thought to something, right? So thoughtfully is redundant. We will choose A as the correct answer here, right? Now similarly, the next question says we raised hurriedly up gravel, right? Now when we have already said raised, then hurriedly is incorrect. We do not need to use hurriedly along with raised, so 1 is incorrect here. Again we will choose 1 as the answer. Now in the next question, it says the Chinnappas were an ingenious solution to a difficult dilemma. Now a dilemma is already a difficult situation, so difficult is redundant here and we should not use it, right? So 2 is the correct option here. 2 should not be used. Okay, now moving ahead to another type. Now this was word swapping. Here 2 sentences were given and you had to swap the words between them, right? So it says Sri Lanka may need a bridge loan whether an external debt restructuring credible is put in place, right? Now second sentence says much depends on while there is a plan leadership. We have read these two and we can say that leadership can be defined as credible, right? So the adjective to be used along with leadership should be credible, right? So C and R need to be swapped. Okay, so that is in option C and it says both BQ and CR. So let's check for BQ also. It says B says whether, right? A loan bridge while an external debt, okay, and here it says on whether there is a credible leadership or not. Okay, you can think like that. So yes, this is correct. So our correct answer here should be option C. Okay, now these questions only, you know, when we talk about word swapping, now these word swapping here first they gave in 2 sentences and also they used connectors along with that, right? So now we have to see that which connector links these 2 sentences in the best way, right? So it says Sri Lanka may need a bridge loan while an external debt restructuring plan is put in place, and it says however much depends on whether there is a credible leadership. So yes, however is making sense, right? And so will but, right? When we read it, it will say but much depends on whether there is a credible leadership. So 1 and 2 both are correct usages. So option D is the correct answer here, right? So this is how you solve these questions. So this year also you can expect such questions where different patterns are mixed to form one type of question, right? So this is all for this video, friends. I would also like to tell you about our code BAPPA52, with which if you use it on our online course while purchasing them, then you can get a flat 52% off, right? So make sure you make the best of these offers. And also again I would like to highlight that iExamB helps you unfold your potential, right? So even if you just want to have a look at what iExamB is offering, just visit our website and then you will realize that yes, there is so much to study and there is so much that you know, we can learn from the website. So friends, that's all for this video, and if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to it and do not forget to press the bell icon. Thank you, friends.